Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining me today. It's Tuesday. I'm back. We're back. You know, I really enjoy my 3-day weekends. I enjoy getting to hang out with the evil one. But I also enjoy being back. My co-host Ryan is here, comes skidding in, perfect timing. And we're going to talk about some things. I don't know if you saw the show topic or not, but, you know, the topic of Christian generosity is, in one fashion or another, come up on the show in the past, and they've demonstrated it, and we're going to talk about it. We'll be back in just a minute. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is... It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. All right. Good morning, everyone. We are back. Here's my co-host, Ryan. Look at that. We actually did the green screen thing. It looks good this morning.
Ooh, fancy.
I know.
It looks like we're in a one of those comic places that you go to, and it's like a little dark, but it has like the neon lighting in the background.
Yes. I should darken myself a little bit. Yeah. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? A good 3-dayer?
I did. I did have a good weekend. I don't think there was anything remarkable about it, but I enjoyed myself. My son came over yesterday, so that was
okay. Always fun.
Mm-hmm. So it's fun.
Good. How'd it go with the girls? I'm sorry?
Smoked me out real good.
That's good. I guess everything is everything going okay with the girl and the dogs and the family?
Yeah, that's going well. We are going to rent a what's one of those big dumpster like they bring to your house? I don't know if they call them
roll off.
Yeah, so we're going to get one of those and finally get going through the house hopefully within the next couple weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that. I've been just looking forward to that. I have so much stuff that I've kept that I don't need to keep, and I don't know. I know there's some of it that has I'm attached to for whatever, like sentimentally, but sometimes you gotta let go.
You got to do it, or it'll just follow you around forever.
Yeah, I'm just taking these. I have a box of stuff from when I was a kid, just like drawings and stuff. I'm like, nobody cares about this. No one cares about this but me.
True enough. Yeah. So the evil one has helped me thin out those things that I no longer need.
Purge.
Yeah, purge. A purge is a good way to put it. Yeah. But to be fair, most of the stuff wasn't worth having anyway. Well, the things like that were really purged was like the whitey tighties and the knee length white socks. She got rid of all that shit first thing.
She said, "That's got to go."
Right. So
listen,
there was that. Yeah,
you're cute and all, but let me upgrade you. She pulled a Beyonce.
Old man in baggy whitey tighties is not a good look anymore. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know when it went out of style.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't. But thank goodness for those boxer briefs. Is that what they're called? I like them.
Yeah. That's true.
They're really comfortable for me. I enjoy wearing them.
There you go. Yeah, and they're hot to see if women wear them.
If that's your thing, sure.
If that's your thing, if you're into that sort of thing, yes.
The access,
There you go. One of the things I really appreciate is boy shorts. I don't know why they call them boy shorts. I've never seen them on a boy.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
Not that I go around looking, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Don't understand that either, but okay, sure.
But they look good on women. So something about that.
I like them. I do as well.
There you go. Good morning, Lil of all trades. Thank you for joining us this morning. So send it to Jess Ryan. Oh, there you go. Comic Brandon is here. Gray Old Dude. Good morning, Gray Old Dude. Chemical Squirrel. John Hudson out here. Are you having a good movement this morning, John? Hope everything's going good with you. You didn't get your balls cut off. Am I remembered correctly? As like last minute they swerved and decided not to cut off your balls. Is that right, John? For those of you who are not caught up on that, you'll just have to let your imagination run wild. Yeah. Done and done. Okay. Apparently done and done. Yeah.
It's not a HIPAA violation.
No. Well, I was worried about that.
His own volition. He told us.
Yes. Yeah. I got to be honest. I'm not a medical professional, and I didn't sign a damn thing, so I don't think I'm actually obligated to do anything HIPAA related. If you tell me, I can tell anybody. I mean, whether it's like crude or not, maybe,
right.
But true. So good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a good week so far. It's only Tuesday. We're lucky today. The evil one is off today. She's home. I guess it's a holiday.
Oh, hello.
Because of the holiday. Yeah. She's around. She may or may not be watching. It's always, you never know. Right-handed Sith. Good morning, Right-handed Sith. Thank you for joining us. I hope everything's going good in your world, Mark. And let's see if I remember. Are you still doing the library thing, or have things changed for you? I don't remember. I hope everything's going good for you, Mark. Theophilus. Oh, hey, McRiguez.
Oh,
interesting. Daily Atheist. I think they are called boy shorts because they are short for getting boys. Oh, not shorts that boys wear. Oh, I get it.
That would make sense.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. That would. That would.
I got to be honest, when I put them on, they really didn't do me. They weren't very fun.
Did you feel like a boy? Did you feel like a little boy?
I did not. I was kind of working on my confidence there, but you know how it is. But you probably don't. Miss Non Sequitur, Chemical Squirrel. Yeah. Got you. So thank you all for joining us. I assume you've heard about the lady Nikalie, I think her name is, Monroe?
Okay, so I've heard about it, but I have not yet seen it. I want to see it, but I have. Okay. No, I have not.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to talk about, I got a little bit of an opening to play here for you guys. And I'm excited that you haven't seen it yet, so I can expose you to it. So let's see. Right-handed Sith is talking at me. I'm living in a friend's basement at the moment. Hey, there you go. Goodbye as best you can. Glad to hear it. Cargo shot. Yep. Let's see. Okay. I want to run this for you. Let's see if I can. And kind of get you a little caught up on what is going on. Where is my thingy here? Boop. All right, so here we go.
Okay, so for those of you that actually go to church and donate your hard-earned money, do you actually know what your money goes to when you donate to your church? Because I know some of you, can't really afford much, and you give what you can, and that takes money out of your own mouths, maybe. You might give your last few dollars to church. And I'm curious if that church actually helps your community or not, or if they just pocket your money.
Okay, so that's kind of a start as to what this is about.
Right.
Good morning, Dade Murphy. Thank you for joining us. I know Dade is often working and can or cannot participate in the chat. I just wanted to say shout out and say hello, and thank you for renewing your membership. It's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, and Aaron is here. So, you got bronchitis. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's don't be breathing on the microphone or keyboard and get me all cooties. Here we go. Back with the show.
I'm actually going to be testing and seeing if local churches in my area first are willing to help somebody that's in need when they call up and ask for help, or kind of like what the response is in general that they give me. I honestly don't know if they're going to be willing to help somebody in need, or if they're going to be like, no, sorry, we can't help you. And I honestly, like, my take on it, my personal beliefs, because I don't go to church, is that they're not going to want to help anybody that doesn't specifically want to go to their church, or interested in going to their church, or doesn't already attend their church. That's my view. That is my personal view. I want to be proven wrong. Okay. I want y'all to know that I want to be proven wrong, but I am going to test it, and I'm going to call them, and I'm going to call them on the phone with you so you can see what is said and how they respond, and if they're willing to help. Okay. Somebody in need. I will be lying and making up stories and scenarios to see if they're willing to help. If you're investing your hard-earned money to give to your church, that church should be giving back to you and your family when you're in need, and it should be giving back to your community with that money. Okay. I live in a Bible Belt. I live in Somerset, Kentucky. It's a very, very small town. We probably have 100 churches here. I never see churches come out to help anybody. Okay. Never. And I'm about to see that if I call them up personally, if they're willing to help somebody that calls and is in need. Stay tuned. Okay. So for those of you that actually go to church and donate your hard-earned money,
there we have her. We got the basic situation going on. Here we are. All right. So you kind of got the idea.
Yeah. I love that ingenuity.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when I first heard about this, the evil one told me about it, I believe. And she had seen somebody who had commented on it. I don't think she saw it, this lady directly. It had already been going. It's been going for, a week, I guess a week now or so. She's been really good. And
oh, wow.
So I knew about it. I just hadn't seen it. I opened up my YouTube and I searched for it. And the first thing I found was somebody commenting on her videos, not her herself. And apparently she's just fired up her YouTube channel because she's only got like 4 shorts on her channel. She's a TikToker, right? But things are blowing up. Whenever she started this, my understanding is she had 300 followers. Now she's got 387,000 followers as of last night when I...
Damn!
Right. So, all right. So we're going to listen to one of these. I may get a content strike. I don't know how that goes. It's not very often that I review this stuff. I figure she's probably getting a lot of these little matches in her thing. Hey, somebody's played your shit.
I'm sure.
So let's see how this goes. And I'm going to share this with you guys. And we'll see. This is one of her phone calls where she calls a church and she asks for help.
Excited.
Goody. I knew you'd be excited. Let's see here. Come on, man. Damn it, man. Let's see. Part 2, share. And then I'm going to make her Big E on the screen for you. Big E on the screen. Highlight. Okay. And here we go.
So right now I'm about to test your church to see if your church is willing to help somebody in need to make sure that their baby is fed. Now, right now I'm calling the First Christian Church of Somerset, Kentucky to see if they are willing to help somebody in need. And you all get to listen to their response. Now, I've only done this one other time and they would not help somebody in need, not even to feed their baby. So here we go. I will add that this one did not say if they were open or not.
First Christian Church, this is Jessica.
Hi, yes. I'm trying to find somebody that could help me. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula, and I was wanting to see if y'all could help with donations of any kind of like formula at all.
I'm so sorry. We don't have any donation set up for it.
So you all wouldn't be able to help at all?
I mean, do you know a member of the church?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to find somebody that could help. I just don't want my baby to go without, and I don't have anybody else to ask.
I completely understand. I'm a mom myself. I understand. Have you contacted PERM yet?
Yes, nobody has anything.
Okay. I mean, without knowing a member of the church, and this is just policy that the board members have set here, without knowing a member of the church, there's nothing that we can do either.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
They will not help anybody that does not go there or know somebody that goes there to feed their baby. Sad. So
Okay, so that's one, right? And she apparently goes through quite a few of these. And at one point she'd been, I think 30, she'd done 30 calls.
Wow.
And of those 30, there were like 3 of the churches that would do it, that would help. There was one little old man apparently who preacher guy was willing to personally, his own money. Yeah, I'll come help you out right now. That was kind of cool. There was a mosque. She called a mosque. They said yes immediately. And the trend seemed to be the bigger the church was, the richer the church was, the wider the church was, the less likely the church was to help you. The smaller the church was, the poorer the church was. If the church was a black church or a church generally of color, they were more likely to help you than just a rich white church. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's not. They're so insular. That seems pretty typical. They only want a certain kind who go there.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of calls, as you can imagine, because part of their mandate, like they don't get taxed because they're supposed to be helping the poor and all this other business. And all of those parishioners, how many of those parishioners at that church alone think when they give their money to the church, it's actually helping the community without realizing that it's doing this. So there's government taxes that should be revoked. They should start having to pay taxes and not get a say in the government. And also the churches themselves, their communities and their followers should start auditing their own people and seeing if they're actually staying true to what they're supposed to be doing. They spend a lot of time going after other people. Go ahead.
Oh, of course they do. No, I just think that maybe there should be some way where the local council or whatever gets to see where you've spent that money, especially those subsidies that you've gotten from the government. Why not?
Absolutely.
That would be a great way to hold them accountable. And when that girl, what was her name? You called her
Nikalie.
When she called, the woman who answered the phone, the secretary, said that we don't have a fund set up for that. So me, as the person I am, I would have said, we don't have a fund set up for that, but if you give me some time and give me your number, let me see what we can do. Maybe we could get a fund set up and we could get some donations for that, since that does seem to be, a necessity right now. Like, think outside of the freaking box.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Something instead of just saying, no,
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
mom too. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mom. Thanks, mommy.
And I have to say, though, I agree with you 100%, 100%. But I would think, you would think at this point, a completely formed church should already have those things.
Right.
You know, yeah.
A mommy
just a thought,
some kind of
course.
mommy outreach or young couple, anything that would help young parents or parents of any kind. Honestly, you got kids, you need help.
Absolutely. Let's play another one here. This is actually her first call. I'm going to do her very first call if I can. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And, other people have been doing the same thing. Now, one of the things I want to mention, and you can certainly imagine, is that now that she's been doing this and it's freaking blowing up. It's been blowing up now that she, this, churches might be on the listen out for whenever they're calling. Oh, yes, we'll help you. We'll certainly help you. Yes. I think we missed a super chat, and I think we missed a Dave Murphy read. Dave re-upped his thing. Let me just see if we missed a super chat.
Thank you, Dave. I think 4 months.
Thank you. Yes, Dave Murphy. Excuse me. Secular Feeling says, how many Freudians does it take to change a light bulb? 2. 1 to change the bulb and 1 to hold the father, the latter. Good one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Secular Feelings. Appreciate you. Let me go here back to our situation so I can see. Yeah, so this is not, I'm going to post her back up here.
Well, you know how I heard about this whole thing going on? What tipped me off is because one of the content creators that I do watch was commenting on it, and she played a video in response where a woman was like simping for the churches and saying, well, you don't understand how many times we get prank calls, and was just doing everything to stick up for them instead of just admitting that maybe there's a problem here where churches should be a place of refuge, but they aren't, and they aren't as welcoming as they say that they are. I didn't appreciate that. So that's how I heard about it. So that's why I'm like, oh, I want to see what people are, so angsty about.
One of the things that I've noticed is that people who, if you go to YouTube, for example, and you see somebody who's reshared this and made comments, that's where I've seen the most comments. I don't know what she's experienced, but the comments I've seen have been like, is she out helping the poor herself, or is she just picking on, or, stuff like that, blaming her, or like you said, simping the church. And I'm like, man, that's just, and then I was kind of looking for another show over the weekend. I was looking for other live streams to kind of, get an idea how to change up the show and try to make it better. And I came across these 2 right-wing chicks or something like that. Something, I don't know, it's live stream. They got 160,000 subscribers. They had 1,600 viewers yesterday, and they were spouting their right-wing nonsense. And they actually happened to be talking about this very lady. Yeah.
Oh.
And there were comments in the chat, because this is a right-wing chat, and the comments were just fantastic. Oh my goodness, I can't believe she's exposing our child. No, that's not what they were saying. They were making comments about how these liberal lefties, this purple hair and all this stuff, about how they just attacked this woman over and over again in their chat, me and the evil one briefly, as long as I could stand to watch them.
Yeah, it kind of turns your stomach, doesn't it? Because it's just bullying to be a bully. That's it. Because you're not offering any counterpoints. You're not commenting on the real issue, what people are upset about and frustrated with the church, their behavior towards people, towards others, outsiders. Like, you're not getting it. Well, of course they're not going to get it. And they love rage bait. That's part of their whole shtick, I'm sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Getting women angry, getting women like me very angry.
Amber says that doesn't narrow it down. You're probably right. They do it to themselves. They've done it. Let me show this video. I'm going to show this other video. Make it big on this. No. Make it big first. Is it big? Okay. It's big now.
Is it big?
Is it big? There we go. And let's see if you guys can hear
I'm going
this.
to be attempting to call the East Somerset Baptist Church. I tried to call there earlier right at 9 o'clock. It was like 9:03, and they were not answering yet. So we are going to try them again and see if they answer and if they're willing to help.
Let me make her big on the screen here.
Good morning. It's Somerset Baptist Church.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all were able to help. I have a baby and I do not have formula for the week for her, and I was wanting to see if you all were able to help.
They stopped doing anything out of the church office about 2 years ago. We give to some places in town that, might be able to help you, like God's Food Pantry or Perm, but they don't do anything out of the church office.
Okay, so you all don't do anything to help.
Not directly out of the office, no.
What does it mean when you say directly out of the office?
I mean that we give, like, some of our missions budget to places in town for that kind of a thing. Like to AIM, like sometimes AIM can help, or First Choice Clinic, we give to them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And there's that. They do not help your community, not even to a mother who needs to feed her baby.
Okay, so let's go stop sharing. I want to point out later on in the as she develops this and she continues doing it, she eventually gets to where she has a baby crying sound. She gets like her phone and she has a crying baby. So she's literally got a baby crying in the background. You're muted. Sorry.
That's smart.
Yes. Yeah. And even still, they would still
Make it, make it sound a little more authentic.
Yeah.
Put some urgency in it. I know that I watched, movies where they'll do that sometimes to get the person to allow them into an account or something.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's not here and the baby's crying. I just need to get into the account so I can do ABC. And the woman on the line or the guy, the customer service ends up caving just because he hears like the child crying. It's a good trick.
Well, part of the deal is part of their excuses tend to be that they're worried about scams, and having the baby kind of legitimizes her a little bit. Let me go here. I'm going to play. I'm going to play another one. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Let me hold on a second. I don't know if y'all could hear that. Boop. Okay, and I'm going to share the screen again. Okay, so is this the right one? Is this the one? All right, hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm sharing the right one. Get out of the air. Because what I'm looking for. Okay, that's all. Okay. What I'm looking for, because she actually does get some people that say yes, and I don't want to be completely disingenuous and play just the ones where they say no. So I'm going to play one. Yeah, right. Yeah. And on her YouTube channel, which is what we're going off of, she only has the first 4 or 5 of her things up there. Okay. So of those 4 and 5, one said yes. One says yes. And
she's calling churches near her, I'm assuming.
I think that's where she started. And then she got it to where she's like, I'll call your church. She later on down the road, and I'll find some of those videos if you want. She does the thing where she's like, somebody wanted me to call this church out of this town, so she calls the church out of this town, and they're like, where are you from? And she's like, well, I'm about 20 minutes down the road from you. When in reality, we know she's not. Let's go here.
Later today, I'm going to go to that video where the last one you played, where he said they give to First Choice Clinic.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know what that is. I want to know if that's like one of those fake pregnancy centers, or if it's like a real like medical facility.
I thought he said. I remember. I thought it sounded. I'll go back. I don't mind going back and look. Let's watch this, and then we'll. Yeah. Well, because if that's all they're doing is they're just like, it's like the Catholic Church giving to the Catholic charities.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're just giving it right back to yourself.
Yeah, or if they're giving it to a place that helps people, but only helps people, but it's a pro-abortion or pro anti-abortion kind of clinic. You know what I
One
mean?
of them
It's-
fake clinics.
Yeah, one of them. All right, so let's go ahead and run this lady here again and see this
On
is
your church to test to see if
Your
they are
church.
willing to help feed a hungry baby. So far, I've already called 2 churches. Neither one of them were willing to help feed a baby. And honestly, I'm not even a church. And if somebody called me needing to feed a baby, I wouldn't just hang up the phone. I would find them a resource and get them formula for their baby. So now I'm calling Heritage Hope Church of God in Somerset, Kentucky. And it says that they are the oldest continuing church of God in the state of Kentucky. And over the course of the past 109 years, we've been a part of the spiritual landscape in Somerset. So let's see if they're willing to help feed a hungry baby. It does not state online if they are open or not, so we're just going to call and see.
Heritage Hope Church of God.
Hi, I was wanting to see if you all could help at all. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night. I was wanting to see if y'all could help with formula.
Let me see. Give me your name and number.
My name is Nikalie, or just Callie, and then my number is 859-353-7777.
7777.
Yes.
It's Kylie. What's your last name, ma'am?
Monroe, Monroe.
Now, what exactly are you needing?
I just need the Good Start formula.
Okay. So how much do you need?
I'm not sure. I think I usually have, I think it's maybe $17 at Walmart. I mean, if y'all could just get the formula, I could pick it up or have somebody come get it.
Well, I'm an officer. I never myself, and I'll see if I can get somebody to do this.
Okay.
We can do this. I'll just see. Tell me what it is you called in case I have to go get it, because I'm a great grandpa. I'm not used to being a farmer. Okay. What you called?
Good Start.
Good Start. And
Sir. Sir.
It's for infants.
Yes, sir.
Infants formulas, any flavor, anything to it, or just?
No, sir. Hey, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Hey, okay. I'm actually just testing churches to see which ones would actually help the community, and you just touched my heart. And I just want you to know that you are an amazing person. That's the formula, but I don't need it. I just wanted to see if you were willing to help. And I just wanted to let you know that you touched me today, that you were actually willing to help or find the help.
Even I'm right now thinking interned in my church.
Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person and you don't want to see them end up in hell? But now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you and now you want to be there for them. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can force your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and infirmed. Extra large type for failing eyes seeing their last. Deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have approved baptismal kit. Also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. Coming to a Walmart. Okay, I didn't mean to hit that button. I was just unmuting myself and I ran a commercial. It was too short. We'll do another one in a minute. But there's one. Did you get all misty? I saw you over there, Ryan. Were you getting all misty when that? Yeah, that's sweet.
I did. Yeah, that was just so kind to just immediately be like, okay, well, what can I do? Tell me what I need to get. Like, I love that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was touching that again he was willing to do such a thing, and she admitted it and told him. You see that as she goes forward, she makes a few of these calls, and there are other ones that want to help her. I watched one of them. There's just so many. She's called quite a few. And whenever she said, Miss, can I just, because the lady said no, they weren't going to help her. And she's like, okay, I just want to let you know something here. I don't really need the help. I'm doing a social experiment, calling churches to find out if they're willing to help people. Click. Yeah. Yes, they were done with her very quickly.
So she's even telling some of these people, or all of them, that you failed. You failed, you blew it, and people are going to know about your church.
Right. Now, here, Comic Brandon, man, I really love you, man. I love you. You're fantastic, dude. Comic Brandon says, but now he's going to alert other churches. Can you imagine this old granddad going in there? Get out the Rolodex. Calling other churches. Here's the deal. Hundreds of thousands of people have seen her videos. It's not this old man. These churches are probably on alert all across the country, which is good for people in need, because they're going to be helping people because they don't know if they're being audited or not.
Let's hope maybe it will guilt them.
Right. But we know. Here's what we know. I tell you what we know. It won't be long. They'll forget. This will all blow over. They'll be like, oh, yeah, for like the next month or two, they'll be like, oh, yeah, help everybody that calls. And then, it'll just blow over and they'll be back to their old shtick doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the cycle we live in, isn't it? We just have like a minute of our clarity, and then there's another issue. There's another problem in our face.
Absolutely. If it's not one thing, let me see here. Non sequitur. If it's not one thing, it's another. It just goes by so fast. But that's what we could be counting on. Everybody's like, yeah, they'll be doing this, but give them a little while and see. And there was somebody else. I saw one of them that was calling not churches, but other kind of organizations. I don't remember what they were calling. But it started a little bit of a thing. If you claim to be somebody out there helping people, you ought to be helping people. If you're not doing the helping people thing, you should get your taxes non-tax status revoked. And especially these Christians out there, little old ladies who are out there giving their money to these churches, thinking they're helping people, and the churches are turning away. And where's that money go, by the way? But the pastor's got a new Mercedes.
That's the whole point. We don't know. They get to do whatever they do, and we're none the wiser.
Let's see. Hell's Bells. Good morning, Hell's Bells. 124 says, last video I've seen, 40 plus churches called and 9 said yes to helping. That's not really a good number, I don't think. A good ratio for them.
I would hope that as Christians, it would at least be half or more.
One would hope. Isn't that part of their whole deal? Isn't that part of their whole deal?
It's a baby. Aren't they the one?
Yeah.
Like, I thought a majority of these were the ones who thought that you should be forced to have a baby.
Right. This one lady, one call she did, after they said no, she even asked, I think it may have been the one that hung up on her. She even asked them, are you a pro-life church? She did.
Love it.
And,
I love the energy.
And the lady said, you'd have to have the preacher or somebody else talk to you. They could talk to you about those sorts of things. But yeah, they're all pro-life. That's what me and the evil one were talking about. They're pro-fetus. They're save the fetus, starve the child. Save the fetus, starve the child. That's Christianity. And one of the things that it brings to mind, do you remember in 2017, the hurricane that hit Houston?
Katrina?
No, it was Harold, I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was a hurricane.
Yeah.
And it hit Houston, and people were begging the Lakewood Church, Joel Osteen's church, to open up, to let people come in because their houses have been all flooded out. And it's a basketball stadium. Literally, it was a basketball stadium that's been converted to a church. So there's plenty of room.
Oh my fracking God!
And they said no. I think it was Spurs Stadium or the old. They wouldn't do it. And then originally they claimed it was because the parking lot was flooded, and but social media posts proved
it was not.
That was a lie.
Flooded. I remember.
Right. So even after that, it took them days before they finally decided to open up and start helping people. And then after that, they for a while, they're really out there doing the thing. They started organizing and doing this thing, and then that all faded off. And one of the things that you might notice, and I believe this to be true, and I certainly could be proven wrong, but I don't think somebody could prove me wrong. If you have a poor church, like a small church, and it has this much people, it has this much resources going out to help the poor. I believe that the bigger this goes, this does not grow proportionally.
No.
It'll go,
It might even go down.
It may even go down.
It might even go
to
down
nothing.
comparatively.
Yeah. Like I say, if you go watch these videos, kind of notice, because she sometimes puts images, the Google Earth or Google, address images,
Google, right, with the review and stuff.
And look at them. The ones that say no tend to be the ones that are bigger.
I guarantee that those churches that she's done that to are probably starting to get negative Google reviews.
Oh, you can almost certain. But now, like I say, she has personally grown, as we mentioned on TikTok, by 300 and some odd thousand supporters or followers. And that's not counting how many people have shared it and the people who shared. And I mean, this has really got out. I bet churches all across this country are on notice. And one of the things is maybe they need to be. Some of them actually called out, and they're like, we can't help you because we don't have baby formula. Well, I mean, you would think one of the first things you would have would be baby formula, food to feed hungry children. You would think that would be, but what does every single working mother of a newborn baby know, or even anybody who's not rich? What do you know about baby formula and baby food? It's stupid expensive.
Oh my God.
Crazy expensive. So for that church to actually go out and spend the money to give that away to these poor, why would they do that? That's just ridiculous.
Some of those special ones are like 50, maybe even more expensive. And it might last you like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, maybe. And then there's also the fact that these people sometimes even do food drives or all this, how much of that actually goes back to, now the food drives I could see go back to, but food drives could be, I'll tell you what, Miss Ryan, here's the deal. If we say we're going to have a money drive because we need some money for the church, some people might come, some people might not come. But if we do a food drive, a lot of people will swing by and give us their old food, and we'll actually just hit them up for donations. We'll have signs to get donations, and we get more donations that way than we would if we actually ran a money drive.
Right.
Huh. Right. So, I mean, the church is already, we believe, fucking people from the earliest stages of life until the latest stages of life. Yeah. And I don't mean that necessarily metaphorically, sadly, but you know what I mean. And here's another example.
And who's benefiting? Where is that money going? Why aren't churches being held accountable to doing the actual social work that they're supposed to do? And I'm not saying that all churches don't. I'm sure there are many who do great things, and you don't even have to go to the church. I'm sure there's plenty of them, but I'm so sick and tired of organizations like the Jehovah's Witnesses. They are so rich. They get so much in donations, and we have no idea what they do with their money. And the way that they word it, the way that they put it, with weasel words and stuff like that, it sounds good, but when you actually dig into what they're saying, it's not going where they're saying it's going. Right. But if you're a JW, you don't see that, you don't get that.
Yeah. I see JW as being different than you're driving down the road here and there's like the First Baptist Church of.
They are, because they're so uniform. It is different.
They're a I want to say a more deeply defined cult. They're all cults. That's why I say more. Even this little Baptist, they're all cults. But you know what? This one here really wears the hat, JWs. But even these little guys down here, there was somebody talking about how, I don't remember where I heard it. It's been so much. I saw so many things as I was watching this. They were talking about they went to work in place of somebody who took the day off at this little shop. And in comes the priest, the local priest. And he expected to get everything for free. Everything for free. And then when he didn't get everything for free, and the person said, listen, I'm sorry, I can't do that. He whipped out the church's card. Paid for everything on the church's card.
How convenient.
How often?
Wow.
You wonder,
I remember when I used to work at the grocery store and the churches would come through and they get their like tax exempt status and stuff. I would just be like, damn.
Yeah, it just blows the mind how they can do that, how they can claim, it's mental. They just fuck the mind. They claim they're good while doing bad the whole time. They sing the song of being good so loud that everybody believes it.
And I think
away
that
with horrific
sometimes they
things.
do. They might even start to believe it. You say it so much. You wear that veneer, that cosplay, you start to see it as truth.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take an actual break here instead of the fat finger kind of break. We'll be back. Let's see. What should we do? I'm going to do some post-mortem. I love that post-mortem. I already did that, didn't I? I opened the show with that one. Let's do some Wild Bill. We'll do Wild Bill. We'll be back. Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, people... So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not... Okay. Carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks. by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
Here we go. And we are back. Thank you all for joining us, letting us have a little bit of a break. I needed some coffee. Yeah, so that's kind of, I noticed some new names here. Incognito. Thank you for joining us. I don't recognize your name. Thank you for joining us. Peace.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Damnation. Captain Coder is here. And Steve Gedakis, he's a book writing fool. He's here too in the chat. Good morning, Steve. Thank you for joining us. Austin Sims. Hola, senor. Equus, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I've got another thing I want to show you here about this lady. Let me go here and see if I can share this. Is that the one? That is the one. So this is what I saw. Look at this. All these comments, all these other videos, people, even if she alone has gained 370,000, 80,000 subscribers. That doesn't count how many shares and watches and all that other businesses she's got. And this is Facebook. This isn't even, or this is YouTube. This isn't even her own platform.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, and it just goes on. And you can see I watched some of these over the weekend as I was looking through it. And it's just crazy how food pantry closed. There's the offering box though, right? I don't know if y'all can see that on there. But that's a good deal. You know, that's exactly it. They're sure willing to take your coin. How willing are they to help you when they're supposed to help you? Apparently not often enough. Yeah. Oh, let me see here.
Yeah, that blew up.
It really kind of did. And I think in a way they get it. They get what they deserve because they've been doing this for so long. How many people have been turned away in need while these people have their one hand out going like this and the other hand out going like this? No, we can't help you, but give us the money.
Why do you think there's that old story, that trope of the like wretched man who, like, you know, he's just all covered and dirty and he hasn't eaten and he goes to the church or whatever. He goes to this place and he asks the people to help him and they turn him away and it turns out like he was the savior or something like that, the Messiah.
I remember
because that's what they do. They turn people away in need when that is the antithesis of what Jesus was about. He wanted you
allegedly.
Allegedly, if he existed, if what's in the Bible is true, and many things can be said of him, but he did say that you were supposed to,
poor.
you know, he
give
did.
To the poor. Yeah.
He did.
Well, here's the thing. But he also told the poor to give to the church. He celebrated that one lady who gave her last coin.
Right.
So if the rich give to the poor and the poor give to the church, it all actually goes to the church. But you're right. And I thought there were three stories. I thought there was three separate tales in the Bible, all related to each other, all probably in the same book, about how the Lord or an agent of the Lord went to people and pretended to be in need of help, and they either helped or didn't help. And that was a long time ago. People in the chat were, I remember it, you remember at least one story about it. That was a long time ago, and they're still doing it. They'll forget.
How did they miss that? How did they not get that?
That's how they get your money.
Right, but like, who are you protecting? Miss Christian, Mr. Christian? What exactly are you protecting? Do you not care about the public opinion of how you treat people? Like, are you not supposed to be, acting in a manner that is Christ-like?
Right. Well, they may be now for a little while, for the time being.
Maybe if they feel like they have to be on their toes, that they're being tested. Maybe now this is their test.
Again, for a little while. And you have to, oh shit.
Oh, doggies.
No, the wife popped in and scared me out of the bed. I'm not even having the door open, but it's cold this morning. So, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just had my thing open over here going along. She's like, oh, scared me. She put my dog on.
The evil one is called the evil one for a reason.
For a reason, yeah. So there was all those things.
Yes.
That you would think. What's that?
Right-handed Sith. They said like the myth of Zeus and Hermes testing a town, and only the poorest couple passed. The town became a swamp, and the elderly couple were rewarded. I have not read that, but I hopefully one day will.
Sounds like a good story.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Similar premise.
Another example of how they do. Let me get this out of the way. How they do this thing where they claim to be good, they claim to help, and yet they don't. It's all a facade. And I've said before in the past that Christianity itself is really more of a blight on society than it is a help. And society overall would be better off if Christianity were literally banned or removed, if it could be, from our presence. We would be better off without Christianity. And then you have people going, well, yeah, but look at how many kids they help. You know what? For every 100 kids they've helped, they fuck 2. Is that good?
Is it worth it?
Right. Is it worth it?
Is the trade-off worth it?
Right. And technically the money that people give to the church, if it were given straight to an actual place that helped children, because the church actually takes their own part off the top, right? So if they gave money to the place that actually helped the children,
Well, we see Christian love at work. We're constantly bombarded with the scriptures that they beat us over the head with to harm us and to undermine our rights. And it's really just become some kind of, I don't know, just like a drum that they beat as they march, right? Like it doesn't even mean anything. They're just using their scriptures to march into battle, and it's always us that they are fighting. And I do not understand why they always see us as an enemy. If you don't want to participate in stuff in this world, just don't freaking participate. Why are you
drag everybody else?
Right. Why do you have to force us to conform?
That's right.
Like, stop beating your damn drum.
Yes. Good morning, Infidel. Well, that's one of the things I was working on my own video about it. I spent a good part of yesterday scripting it. I'm wary of using the AI for my scripting, so I just typed it out. I've been working on it myself, and I one of the things I pointed out was how I forgot my point. Damn it! What'd you just say? Because it was related. It was related. It was related
to what I said. Oh, I said scriptures that they beat, it's just a drum. It's just empty platitudes.
Yeah. I don't remember. It was a good point I was trying to make. But the whole thing is Christians help the needy? ? Right? Do they help the needy? Really? There's the one. Jesus, okay. I said a lot of words. Go ahead.
I just, even with the laws that they're writing to cut the benefits of the people who are in the most need, the ones that they're harming right now. Well, now that I kind of can say that the Democrats should take some responsibility since they freaking caved. The Democrats who at least caved should, but they are taking food out of the mouths of babes.
Right.
They're taking.
They literally are.
They're taking funding away from the kids that they want to force you to have. And then even the elderly, all of the meals that are being cut for them. I mean, that's millions and millions of people who rely on Meals on Wheels. And without it, they're gonna end up being institutionalized, because some of the reason that the elderly, or even people who live with disabilities, have any kind of freedom is because they have that assistance. They know that every day they're going to eat. If you can take that off your plate and focus on other things, that's a huge weight off of your shoulders and gives you independence. And they're going to be taking that away from people. And what's going to happen when there's more institutions being filled with people who shouldn't be there? It's so sick. And this is Christian. This is what you call Christian. This is your love for humanity. This is what you see the future. This is what you want for yourself. Like, seriously.
And your children? Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah.
think that somehow you're so magically perfect that a disability won't happen to you, that maybe
Yeah.
you won't lose your legs in an accident and be unable to get yourself around. Like you have no idea. You cannot see the future. And your
Right.
Jesus is not coming back for you anytime soon.
He's not.
So the things that you are doing to undermine and hurt us, guarantee you it's going to bite you in the ass or somebody that you love.
Yes. Turn on me. Yes. Well, it's a repeat. They've been doing it again. We've talked about this before. They claim to be helping the poor, but again, if you consider the church a diamond, and one side of it is all fucked up, nobody's going to want that diamond. It doesn't matter how pretty the other facets are. And you can shine them all you want to, but you're still going to have the one side of that diamond that says, it's not that we had pedos or predators in our church. It's that we hid them and we made excuses for them and we defended them. Can you imagine how many people could be helped by the money that they spend defending their people?
Honestly,
That's
so much. Yeah.
Oh, the evil one is in the chat. She said, "Preach it, sister."
Oh,
She's in the chat.
Good morning. So much
Yes.
money wasted. So much time, energy, money expended just to do nothing. Like we just saw a 30 something, almost 40 days of a government shutdown for what?
Right.
For what? To go back to where we started?
Yeah. And how many people lost insurance yesterday? Lost medical care yesterday? How many people? Millions. I think 15 million people were kicked off of by these. Now, here's the thinking. Here's some thinking. I don't know if it's the thinking, but this whole government being shut down is keeping us from voting on the Epstein thing because we've got enough votes to do it, and they're using the government shutdown to not. So if we can get them to open the government, expose the Epstein files, remove Donald Trump from office, remove the conservatives from office, then we'll be able to undo this stuff before it actually hurts the people. That, I would hope, would be their thinking. However, our left Democrats seem to be more about how can we turn over and let you guys win without it looking like we let you guys win. That just kind of seems like
My tongue.
Yeah.
They just rolled over. They rolled the frick over
They did.
and, like, pet my belly. Oh, yes, I'll do whatever you want. So we could go back to go. And we didn't get any money.
Yeah.
We didn't get any money for going past and going around the damn loop. We ended up with nothing. A promise that we're going to write a bill that they're going to vote on.
Yeah.
I'm sure. They didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't give us any concessions on the big beautiful bill where they just chippity chop. But all of a sudden next year we get a right. That sounds legit. Yeah. I should believe that. Why? We have no chips now. We have no fracking bargaining chips.
No chips. And they didn't. I mean, there was nothing that. I just feel like they just didn't do enough. Over and over again.
No, a super disappointment. We had such a big win.
Do you know who these people were? Do you know who these Democrats were? Do you recognize any of the names? No, you had to look them up, didn't you? Fetterman. Oh, yeah, he's the only one I recognize. I recognize his name because he's a turncoat to the conservatives. That's the only reason why I recognize his name. And so the ones who are really fighting for us, you know their names. You know their names by now. The ones that are not fighting for us, you don't know their names. And those are the ones that.
Yeah, they're nothing. And two of them. Oh, am I? Oh no. Hello. I'm not muted.
No, you're there. Oh, my ear. I'm sorry, my earphones died on me.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yep, you're back.
Okay.
You're back.
Two of them are retiring. Two of the people who crossed the line are retiring, and Fetterman isn't up for re-election until 2028. So he's just hoping that we forget about it. Bitch, I'm not forgetting about it. You're done, Zoe. You're out. So for so many reasons, you're done. But for this one, you just put the nail in the damn coffin. No way, no how.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they're such sellouts. Oh, we're not going to win. We're not going to be able to beat Trump. Did you just say that out loud, you ding dang?
Right. Did you hear what the Trumpers are saying? The Trumpers, like, what's his fuck? I can't remember his name right off. He's over there going, listen, if we lose this next election, they're going to put me in prison. So, what's his name? Donald Trump's right-handed man.
Oh, well,
Steve,
it could either be Steve Miller.
No, Steve, the fat old one.
Not as the
his main name what's I don't remember.
Not Nutlick. Not Lutnick. Oh, sorry.
Lutnick. No, it's Steve, the guy who got caught on the boat with Bannon. Steve Bannon. Thank you.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Steve Bannon. Yeah. He was out there on stage at a public speaking event, telling them that if they lost,
crazy bastard.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's exactly right.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, Bannon.
Yeah. Tsunami. I see Tsunami. I don't know about tsunami. Tsunami. If you're talking about tsunami, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen her. Good morning, Amber. It says, fun fact: going after mods for moderation action is a violation of. Oh, okay. I need to find out what's going on. I'll have to. You know what? I wasn't watching either. I'll have to sort of scroll over here and check. I don't want a problem person. We've had problems in the past. Y'all be chill. If you're chill, be chill. I remember one time that we were talking to, and it was Tsunami, and we're like, listen, chill out. Just chill out. She's like, I'm not going to chill out. I'm going to do it. I'm like, all right, you should do it somewhere else. And I just happened to notice the name in the chat. So I miss her. Thought she was funny and fun until she wasn't. And then she just kept attacking people and wouldn't stop. So anyway, I just don't want to know none of that. So if I'm missing some of that, hit that alert button, people, if I'm missing something important. You know how to do it. Those who know. When I see one of my mods going, listen, blocking a mod is not a good thing. It's just something in the chat's not right. So
is that what they were talking about, blocking a mod?
Yes, something. Yeah, something along those waves. Nucleotidal wave. Very interesting name. Cool. Poll answers are a bit mixed up. Question 1 is no, they should not maintain tax. Did I do it wrong? Did I do my poll wrong? Is my poll messed up? Does my poll have warts?
Oh, no.
Let me see. The question of the day, should churches maintain tax-free status? You're right. I screwed up. I am bad. I'm a bad person. I'm going to hell for that. It should be no. You're right. It should be. I can't change it. People are all confused. If you read the chat, the option is yes, they are. Should they maintain their free status, tax status? And I said yes. They're all predators, not saviors. That they prove it again. And I said it has been no. I'm a bad person. One of the many reasons, my friends, that I'm going to hell probably. Yes. So does my poll burn? I know, messing with my poll. Chemical Squirrel, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I missed it. I'm a bad person. I think I was thinking, should it be removed? Obviously, that's what I was thinking. Well, see, the second question, should church members demand audits to determine where their money goes? Yes, they should. But the first question is a no answer. It is a no answer. I'm a bad person. Let's see. Does your poll burn when you pee? There it does. It does. It does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh.
But we do actually have a poll that we haven't talked about, so we could talk about it and hope people understood. 45% of our respondents think they're predators, not saviors, and they prove once again that they're predators. You know, really, again, this is when we talk about how much good they do to the people versus how much bad and harm they do. Churches literally hurt people from birth to death their entire life. The church milks them for money or labor, free labor, everything their entire life. Either does that or how many people out there have these complexes, childhood complexes from religious terrorism? You know, so many ways the church hurts people compared to that one little place where they're giving out food. Yeah, it's the canned food that people already gave to them. You know?
Right. How much of what you're giving has been already given to you?
Yeah.
it's just like you recycling it, like second gifting it. You know, when somebody gives you a gift, you don't necessarily, I mean, it might be a good gift, but it's just not for you. So you like re-gift it to somebody else. They're just re-gifting some of these goods, you know?
Yes. It just, well, I think Jesus even gave them an example, didn't he? I think we were talking about it with Durante, and the whole loaves and fishes thing is they had been going around gathering souls and donations from people, and somebody came and said, hey, the people are hungry. Would you mind helping to feed the people by giving some of the money that you've collected to go get food to help these people? And rather than doing that, Jesus made a miracle and divided the loaves and fishes. So unless I'm mistaken on that, I believe that was the case. I mean, Jesus leads by that example.
Right.
You know,
he takes what he has and finds a way to make it go farther, to stretch it farther, whatever happened there. Sure.
That's right. Rather than giving up the coin that he had been collecting.
Oh, well, I mean, that probably would have been a little bit wiser, hand that out to people, but.
Right. Got you. Yeah. Yeah.
And a carpenter wasn't paying the rent, you know?
Right. Maybe they are being Jesus-like, though. Following the footsteps of Jesus.
Well, that's the question we always ask. What's the true Christianity? Which face? Which facet?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
And from the beginning, which facet? Which facet? Yeah. Now we've got Christians out there whose mandate and mission is to help the poor and the needy, refusing to help babies that are hungry. I mean, like on what is it, like of the 30 or 40, only the ratio is just sad, sickening. They should.
We're not. I mean, we probably know that that's going to be the case, that they're not going to be as helpful as they claim, right? Because we see their true.
We know, yeah.
Right. We see their true face. We know what they are actually doing versus what they're playing, you know, behind our backs. But probably for a lot of people and the ones who are making videos simping and like, oh, you know, they're just worried because they get a lot of prank calls and stuff. And that's only going to hold water for so long.
Here's the deal, though. You should risk it. That's the whole thing. You should risk it. It's worth the risk. If there's really an actual hungry baby out there and you don't know, you should risk it. You either accidentally help somebody who didn't need it, or you really help a baby. The math on this is not that hard.
But that's how they see things across the board. Like when it comes to food, when it comes to SNAP, because you get stories of there's some people who abuse the system. Everybody now should suffer because of it. That is always the reason why we should take food out of babies' mouths. Well, because there's some boys who are able-bodied who are on SNAP and shouldn't be, and that's the problem. Able-bodied boys.
And yet, almost every time the people making these claims are doing that very thing. They're sucking the tit off the government. They're not. You know, it's just crazy. Oh, the projection. The lies, the hypocrisy,
the posturing. It's all just posturing. It's like, look at me. I'm a good Christian. This is what we do. This is the standards that we live by. And meanwhile, it's nothing. It means nothing. It's absolutely flaccid.
And this kind of really, no. This actually exemplifies what's going on in America right now. You've got Christian nationalists running this country, and they're starving everybody they can. Their whole deal is to take money away from the poor, brown people, anybody they can. They're starving out Christian nationalism. That's who's, you know, teamed up with Donald Trump and the whole MAGA hate pie. It's just crazy. You know, it's their slogan, you know, save the fetus, starve the baby. Save the fetus, starve the baby.
I don't know what they expect people to do.
Yeah.
You know, because when people start robbing stores or, you know, just stealing or what, you know, whatever, going by other means to feed their kids, then they're going to end up in prison.
yeah, then they're going to end up needing more law enforcement because you got more people breaking the law.
Right.
You know, yeah, that vicious circle.
Exactly. And they'll turn that kind of theft, which is what they always do. They turn that kind of theft against the public. Oh, this is what's going to happen to you.
Right.
This is what's coming for you. No, people are freaking hungry. They're talking about stealing freaking, carts of groceries and just running out and seeing what they can get away with because they're hungry. Will people turn to petty theft? Could that happen? Absolutely. Again, you're trying to push people to desperation so they will commit crimes.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what this whole deal has been going on with Donald Trump and the immigration people, the undocumented immigrants. He's trying to stir it up so that people revolt to give him the excuse to use the military force that he's building up and putting into the states. So he's doing as many of these, just go out and just be as atrocious as they can until the people revolt. And once we revolt, then they'll have the excuse to put the hammer down. I think the other day, I don't know if it's related or not, but you remember whenever they had this swell of liberals winning elections last week? Donald Trump made a cryptic post saying, "So it begins."
Yeah.
Yeah, so it begins. That's right. It does begin. The 2026 elections, or these midterm elections, are right around the corner. And this is the beginning, the opening salvo. And they're desperately trying to gerrymander their states and all kinds of stuff, doing everything they can. So deviant outcast. So faulting Jesus for giving the goods rather than the coins is a judgment stemming from modern bias. Oh, let me see what this says. In today's society, one might think giving coin rather than the object is the right or sensible thing to do, but we're talking about story taking place in a society. While coins existed, they weren't the means of exchange. The majority of exchange of goods were still done using the barter system. Most of the people didn't use coins most of the time. So why gather all the coins? Why have the coins? Really downplaying coins there. So faulting Jesus for giving goods rather than the coins is judgment. Well, there's also the things that we speak specifically of coins, but if we were to say it more as bounty or booty, or, because they didn't give just coins, they may have given a goat or some other thing besides a coin, because it's the barter system. The point being, though, is that whenever they were there collecting coins, but when it came time to give those coins back, Jesus used magic. Right? I'm just kind of saying. Just saying.
Bread.
And I could be wrong. I remember one time saying it, somebody was like, "No, that's not what they were doing. They weren't out doing that." And I don't remember. I haven't gone looked. I like my story though.
And true barter system. I love the barter system. I still use it today whenever I can because it's just super, it's super helpful. Like, you get something for whatever, like maybe your friend who owns a cleaning company comes and cleans your house and you can cut and style her hair, whatever it is. There's just so many things you do, or you watch somebody's kids for something else. Anyway, it really does save money. But back to what I was talking about, like back to Jesus. Right. If people that does make sense that since not everybody just had coins like floating around like that, but they would probably give, like, maybe they had a bird or two or whatnot. Whatever it was.
He was telling them to give. Just give, right? Give whatever you can. I
do wonder, like, what did he do with all that? Like, did he have a home location, like where he took all these animals and stuff? Do you think I kind of feel like he'd be getting so many
probably ate them.
He'd have a zoo. Right. But I think if he was doing as well as like it seems he was doing and racking up all these people, wouldn't he have like a little petting zoo?
You'd think he would. Or at least a whole grocery store full of goat. Right. And there's this other notion that, you got a guy sitting around there, and this is ancient Middle East, I know, but still, you got a guy sitting around there and he magically feeds 5,000 people with 2 loaves and a couple of fishes.
Is that how
Somebody should have wrote that down. Well, I think it was 5,000. Now, whether it was 5,000 or 2,000, it was some in the thousands. I do want to mention that at the time they didn't count women and children, so it was probably more because they only counted the men. They only counted you if you had a fully grown penis. Otherwise, you could count. Yes, I don't know how they determined that at the time. But, you know, it's sort of like being circumcised. How did they know later? Did they just go around showing each other their dicks? Hey, look.
Like, did they go around counting all these people? Really?
One thing is a secret handshake. That's one thing. But to have to go show your junk to somebody to prove that you've actually taken and passed their test, that's completely different. I know. I'm going to do a thing, guys. We'll be back. What's that?
Or even simpler. You just have someone laying on their back on the ground and the men just kind of step over and you can just like check.
There you go.
Check. Yeah.
There
you
you
just
go.
like,
That's
you just, someone just,
That's genius. If I remember right, they had, they not only did they do that, but they also had a lady check to make sure that Mary was still a virgin.
Oh, did they?
A midwife, I believe. They had a midwife. Even after having other children, Mary was still a virgin. She was always a virgin.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to take a break. I'll be back. Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable, but every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be. But soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second. Our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poultry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal. Ember says, even the church only takes 10%, except for when they take more. That's true. Well, one of the things about the church that you can count on is they will take almost anything you give, because they're all about take.
Oh yeah, like the JWs have this whole thing on their website where you can set up how to send them like your like last will and testament and have things signed over to them and yada yada yada.
Really?
Life insurance policies, all kinds of yep. Your
Wowzers.
stock, like you things like that. Crazy.
Yeah. Wow. They got to be stupid wealthy. You know, that church has got to have so much money. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't see how you could get rid of something like that off of our society. Whether it be the little mom and pop missionary Baptist church down the road or these full-blown mega cults.
Yeah.
There's just no way to forcibly remove it. You know, then we become like them, going around pretty much hurting and killing people to force them to our way.
Yeah. I don't want to have to do. I don't think that's necessary.
Shouldn't be necessary, right? We should be able, really, I feel like it should be educated out of our society.
Agreed, 100%.
You know?
We could absolutely deal with this within a couple generations if we start with the whole educating them in school about religions. Just choose like the top 5 or whatever or something, and do brief histories of others, just to show them how similar they are, how they all use the same basic principles.
Yeah,
the same punishment if you don't stay, or etc.
The same punishments. They also it seems like a rampant thing to where if the Catholic Church is doing something wrong, the Southern Baptists are probably doing it too. The not Southern Baptists are probably doing it. The Assembly of God Church, guess what? They're doing it too. It seems like they all have this pattern of offense that they follow. It's not that the Assembly of God churches had predators within their ranks. It's that they defended them and they hid them and they shuffled them around. These are the things. And
this is just what we know about.
This is all, just things we know about.
I imagine that this is a tale as old as long as the churches have existed. This kind of shenanigans, right?
Sure.
It's just finally coming to light. There's finally some reckoning, possibly, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. I could see throughout history, almost any organized group where adult men were in control of children. I could almost see any. I'm not trying to defend the church. I'm just saying they seem to have a predominance for it, but it wouldn't surprise me to find out that there were other things like, ancient seamen had a history of, sort of thing. I don't know. About the
pedastry is a thing.
Pedastry is a thing. The Greeks were into that sort of thing, and also, the Spartans. All these guys with the big Spartan emblem on the back of their truck, thinking they're all macho. They probably don't realize that the Spartans were kind of gay. A lot of gay. There were a lot of gay. So gay, in fact, that they had to. The women, when they got married, would shave their heads and dress like a man on their wedding night in order to help stimulate their husband because he's used to being with another man. So See, the lack of information these people have.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
History needs to be taught
Right.
far better, less revised as well. Like they probably would want to hide that from
Right.
us in school, but that's exactly why we need to know.
Yeah, yeah. Sapien Cephalopod says, ancient semen. I resemble that more and more. That's funny. Oh, you know, I used to always make these jokes about why do they call the bathroom the head on a ship? Because, you know, that's where it happens. So that's why I got it, you know, these sorts of things. But I don't know. I remember one time somebody saying, how come there aren't gays in the military? And an Air Forceman said, well, we do have the Navy. So I don't know how that goes. Equus. Oh, you guys are still talking about what was going on earlier. JW's rebuilt my transmission at their Kingdom Hall 3 times. It kept going out. I finally just got a new transmission. Really? They did that? They do that sort of thing? Rebuild transmissions? Seems a little out of their wheelhouse. But you never know.
Were you a JW and they were helping you, or
maybe
I'm very curious how this came about.
Gotta know now. Yes. Infidel asks, does God ask for a piece of the foreskin because babies don't have money yet? Oh, that's a good comment. I don't know. I've been thinking that the foreskin really is just like if you have a little model and you pull a little model apart and you little parse pieces apart of it. It's the little plastic piece that kind of gets stuck on the model from the mold that you kind of got to nip off to make it perfect.
Yeah, file it
That's
down.
what the foreskin is. Yeah, that's the foreskin. That's what the foreskin is. I should give me a little model, you know, one of those model frames that you pull the parts out of to demonstrate that.
And just have it connected. Just the guy connected there.
This is the foreskin. I have a guy connected. I didn't mean, I meant like of an airplane model, but I like your thinking. I like where your mind goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking of like a 3D printed like fake model of like this frame, you know, and you have to like
you have to pull him off from his dinky. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you went there. That's fantastic.
And the only thing he's connected on is it's right.
That's one of the things I've not gotten into is the 3D printing. You know, so I don't got enough room for all that. But it's a great idea. I like that idea. I got friends, I bet. That'd be fantastic. At least it'd make for a good show toy so I could explain why. If anybody wants to know why God wants to remove the foreskin, it's so we can be perfect.
There's your idea.
I'm just guessing.
Your $1 million idea.
I never had one, so I don't know what it's like to not have one, you know. So I mean, I don't know what it's like to have one. So,
Same.
I don't miss it. You know?
Right.
Same here. I'm gonna run one of these little commercials. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's do this one here. We'll be back.
Are you feeling the world is leaving you behind? Do you look at all the pseudoscience, rumors, and wild speculation on the internet and wonder, why can't I do that? Well, friend, you can. We can help you. We are Conspirowin. Conspirowin has a long history of helping anyone with a hidden truth. We will get your message out. The conspiracy theories you see today all started out with one person's vision. The moon landing hoax was launched by a NASA engineer whose manager didn't okay his vacation request. Conspirowin was there to help out. Christianity started out because one little girl named Mary got pregnant out of wedlock, and Conspirowin saved the day. Now, the virgin birth is accepted Catholic doctrine. You may be thinking, but my idea of the center of the earth being made of ice is far-fetched. No one's going to believe that. In a world where people believe windmills cause cancer, we say no dream is too big. Conspirowin will take your fledgling idea and feed it to our YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok operatives. And these savvy social media professionals will raise doubts with the prevailing scientific consensus. They will say, no one has ever seen the planet's core except Jesus. And science is wrong all the time. That's why science has theories and not Jesus. Within 30 days, we guarantee you CNN will run a story on how your conspiracy theory isn't true. We will also give you 100% assurance Fox News will say your crazy idea about the Earth's core being an icy ball is true. Follow your heart. Listen to the voices no one else can hear. Team up with Conspirowin.
All right, we are back, and I think we've had a request for the Pharaoh's Curse. I didn't see that earlier, but I'll play it here in a few minutes before we close off the show, because people like this song. They sing along. Fancy top you have there, Miss Ryan. That's it looks like crushed velvety stuff.
It's pajamas.
Oh, satiny kind of thing. Is that what it is?
It's satiny? A onesie.
Oh, really? Fancy.
Mm-hmm. It's got like pockets right here.
Do you go out into public with it?
I probably will be walking pickles in it. Mm-hmm. Sure. Why not? Why not?
Cool. Austin Sims says that's why science has theories and not Jesus. Still, yeah, that's a good one. That was Andy Hall. I haven't seen him in a little while. Last time I spoke to him, I think, was just before Donald Trump won the election. And he was like, Donald Trump's going to win the election. I'm like, nah, he ain't going to win. Look at all the momentum. He's like, yeah, he's going to win. And he won. So I haven't let him back on the show because he's a bad omen. That's not true. I hope he's doing good. I think he's been busy. He's off doing stuff.
I don't know if I know that person.
Andy Hall, he's a comedian. Not a funny one necessarily. he's all right. Andy Hall, if you're watching, I'm sorry, man. No, he's a good guy. He's fun.
Names kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
Ember says on today's hot topic is girl parts.
Ooh, girl parts.
To learn body facts that will blow your mind about girls.
Ooh.
Cool. You know, there's some. For me, there's some packages that don't need to be unwrapped. There's some things that are just left a mystery, and I just appreciate those mysteries. And those things rarely are almost exclusively when it comes to women and their secret parts. I mean, if my job is to know how to manipulate that part, that's one thing. But if the workings are in, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't really, unless there's help needed, I don't. Yes, no. It's yeah. So we will finally discover the mythical G spot. Or will we finally discover? Is a question is being asked. Also magnets dissolve in tap water. Really? Windmills. Yeah, that's the guy. Powdered Dusty. Good morning, Powdered Dusty. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Welcome to the damnation. The evil one says, "Oh, this should be good."
I'm certain it will be good.
The whole girl parts thing, yeah.
Girl parts.
Giles says it is a myth. Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
The whole G spot it's a whole body thing. I think you start on the outside and just at the top and work your way down at the brain, and it's nobody knows how magnets work. That's what he said. Donald Trump said that.
Is that what he said?
I think he did say that. Yeah.
Oh,
he did say about the windmills causing cancer. Because of course they do, right?
And inject UV light or something into us, or was it corona?
Yeah. How do windmills cause cancer, yet coal mine and the coal industry doesn't? Do you remember he was supporting the coal industry?
Oh yeah, he loves coal.
Yeah. Black lung.
He's all about it.
Yeah. The God spot, says sapient cephalopod. Fill that God-shaped hole with a godly penis. That's how I do it. Good morning, Glenn.
Can only be filled by you.
Only be filled by you. Ways to Human is here. Good morning, Ways to Human. Thank you for joining us. Hell's Bells. Magnets dissolve in tap water. Yeah, there was that. There was of course, the ivermectin is still going. People still swear by that stuff.
Yeah,
and
I don't get it.
I don't know.
And with HHS being chopped to bits, and OSHA and the FDA. I mean, so many organizations that would kind of be able to keep a lid on some of this nonsense. Or they're not going to be there. The guardrails are off.
You know, whenever you think about things, how many people they hurt on the right, it's almost incalculable. They've already, there's a report out saying hundreds of thousands of people have died since they shut down U.S. aid. Elon Musk has killed hundreds of thousands of people with just
And he's
that.
going to become the first trillionaire.
He probably will. The other thing, though, is whenever we get to stop and think about the other things they do. When you got OSHA and OSHA has no longer got any teeth, then these businesses start removing all the regulations and their people start getting hurt and killed.
And we're not signed to the Paris. Is it the Paris Accords?
Paris
Like there's certain
Accords.
things that we've agreed to do so that way we reduce our carbon footprint, etc. And this is all just so happens to be the perfect time when we're going to ramp up the coal, industry.
Yes.
Wow. And just like you said, black lung. Are we going to be looking at new things like this again because of all the rollbacks, all the cuts?
Absolutely. Just like that. I worked in the oil field for a long time. There were OSHA was there to protect. I know it's going to sound weird. The companies.
Oh, for real? Back in then?
They're still there. The reason why is because if you get hurt, you sue the company and you get millions of dollars. So they're really there to protect the company. It's sort of, I know it sounds like they're there to protect you, but it's really not. But then whenever but that's kind of the whole deal. If you get hurt, you cost them millions.
Right.
So
even minor, I remember when I worked at Home Depot, we had to report every minor incident, even if it was just like a little tiny cut, because if it got infected, something bad happened, we'd get really hit by the insurance policy.
Yep.
So the silliest things we just had to report just to kind of wash our hands of any incidents of not reporting something right away.
To keep you from getting sued and whatnot.
Exactly.
Exactly right. And of course, they have whole entire departments who are just there to keep them from getting sued or whatever. Peter Outlaw, thank you for joining us this morning and becoming a subscriber. Good morning. The mighty Filbert is here. Says, I saw where Michael Jones from Inspiring Philosophy responded to one of your shorts. Oh, did you know that?
Yeah,
I don't know who the guy is. Never
my
heard of him.
stuff. I don't know how often because I stopped watching it because he just really annoys me because he never understands what I'm trying to say. He always manipulates and twists my words, or there might even be times where I mistakenly say something of course, because nobody's perfect. He's just so fucking annoying. Now, is it a recent short that I've done? Should I bother? Do I need to bother myself? Maybe I need to reply to do a short, watching the short that he replied to, and then reply to that short.
A response to his response.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Do
should.
it. Sounds like fun. Pneumoconiosis. Pneumoconia is the type of cancer that minors get, same class as the mesothelioma. Dust in the lungs. Yeah. There was also
that's bad.
There's like sandblaster industry back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. They'd just get any old sand, and you run it through a sandblaster, turns it into this very fine dust, and it gets in your lungs and it fucking kills you.
Oh my God, because it's like glass.
Yeah.
Right?
And so now
tiny shards.
They even have special sand specifically for sandblasters to keep that from happening. I used to work in a sand, and if your boss put the wrong sand in there, it could hurt you, and you could report them to OSHA. Can you do that now?
Will they do anything?
One of the things so first they take away the protections OSHA provides you, then they take away the laws that help you whenever you try to sue the employer. Now, not only do you get hurt, but you can't sue. And that's what they're going for. Silicosis of the lungs. That's right. It's been a while. Silicosis.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That just sounds so painful.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you imagine? I mean, just like regular old COPD, it'd be bad enough, but to have something like that, the black lung or the silicosis, it's just, man, rough.
They just do not care about people. This government just doesn't give a crap.
So I've never heard about that guy they were talking about. Is he somebody or just some jackass with a little channel? He's not like the
Inspiring
Pastor
Philosophy.
Dean?
I'm
Yeah.
sure you may have seen his face because a lot of the a lot of guys here who make content do reaction videos to some of his stuff. Inspiring Philosophy. Yeah, he probably has like 100,000 followers, if not more.
Really? Wow.
And it's just such dumb shit, Chris. It's
Really?
like the recycled crap over and over and over. Like no thought put into it, no real research put into it, which is why it just annoys me so much because I do so much independent research when I make videos, and for him just to like totally ignore it makes me want to punch him in the face and stick my foot up his ass and rip his tongue out of his mouth and then shove it up his ass.
Right.
Sorry.
But for some reason, they won't let you do that. I don't know why. I don't understand it.
What's the problem, Bob?
I don't know. Society would be better off. Equa says, I just want to say thank you to this online community. You guys don't know how much it means to me and others. You guys help so much in so many large and small ways. I appreciate and love you. Love so many of you. I think he's talking to you. Thank you very much, Equus. You're wonderful. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. This gets hard to do after a while, and the people make it awesome.
Mm-hmm. I miss the peeps.
Yes, me too. Me too. Except for that jackass. Or that no. I'm fixing to wrap up the show here. I'm going to play the Pharaoh's Curse because we had a special request. I'm going to read our super chats, and then after this is over, it's going to kick you over to Rainbow Ember's stream. She's got a stream about girl parts going on today, so you guys can check that out. Let me find here we go with our super chats. All my screen's all covered up with that lady from
oh yeah, Nikalie or whatever it is.
Nikalie. I don't know how she says it.
Sorry.
I don't know, Miss Nikalie, if you're watching.
Monroe.
It's spelled like Nikalie, Niki, and the word lie is in a lie.
Yep.
Very interesting. So we had Dave Murphy become a member for 4 months in a row. Thank you, Dave Murphy. Said, excuse me, for $2. Thank you for that, Dave. And then Secular Feelinist for $2 or $5. Wow. Said, how many Freudians does it take to change the light bulb? 2. 1 to change the bulb and 1 to hold the ladder. Good one. Thank you very much for that. Okay, I'm going to play this song. Ryan, thank you for joining me once again today. I hope you have a wonderful day. People will see you for Woden's Day tomorrow. And have a great day. We'll see you. Sin safely, my friends. Here's the Pharaoh's Curse, and then I'll play the end music.
Mi burrito es tan bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno. It stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister. Now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse. There's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está watch cooties and gave a sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
There she is. She exists. See y'all later.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold candle, don't even